Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to a warning contains awesome and mature and profane content and profanity. So this is going to be some unboxing for the epic spell. Oh, my camera got out of focus. The epic spell wars of the Battle Wizards Annihilageddon. So the epic spell wizards has the regular card game version. You can check out my videos for those. And then Annihilageddon is the deck building version, which uses the Cerberus engine, which is the same one the DC deck building and some other games like Naruto and Street Fighter use, just for some different variations. But it also brings the crass and crude humor and images from the epic spell wizard games. So like the little warning here says, this has some graphic images and suggestive themes. So if you do not want to see these, this is not safe for a workplace, not good for children. So this is your final warning on that. There'll be a warning at the beginning of the video before it even started. Warning here, me actually telling you this. So this is the last warning I have on that. Alright, then we're going to hop right into the rest of the content. Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to part 2 of Epic Spell Wars of the Battle Wizards, Annihilageddon Gangbangers. So in case you didn't check out part 1, or just a recap, is we went over all the basic rules, mentioned what the Gangbangers were, and we went through all of the different gangs. And then we looked at all the tokens, the Dead Wizard, the new stuff that's in the game. So part 2 here, we're going to go over the legend cards, the treasures, and not the legends, but the treasures, and we're going to look at the promo cards. So we'll hop into those right now. So again, we're going to have, just to show off, we have this special legendary chest. So unlike the regular game, the other Annihilageddon games, where you get to pull out 3 different legendaries at a time, here you only get one at a time. And we're going to start with the legendary lock. So it actually just kind of sits on here and it locks your deck up. And then once you buy it, it's only 6 costs. All the rest of them cost 8, which is why it's showing down at the bottom. Now, all these cards are foiled. The foiling was a Kickstarter exclusive thing, so I don't know if the regular sets are all going to be foiled as well. So just in case you buy this and their ears aren't foiled, that's why. So yours might not be foiled. So it was listed as a Kickstarter exclusive thing. But we'll go ahead and jump into these. So our first one is the Legendary Lock. Plus 3 power, peek at the top 3 cards of the Legend stack. Put 2 of them on the bottom of the Legend stack. And then we have, so all of these are Legends, and they're all treasures. So there's not going to be creatures or anything else like Annihilageddon 2, which had all the different types. So we have Doubling Sword. Draw a card, attack, deal 2d6 damage to target foe. If you roll doubles, play this card again. And then repeat that ability. So if you roll doubles both times, you could keep doing this a ton. Satan's Stripper Pole. Ongoing, once each of your turns, attack. Deal 6 damage to the foe on your left and right. Each of them may throw a card in their hand with a cost of 1 or more at you. You gain that card. If they do, they heal 6 HP instead. AntiMagic. If this card would be played by a foe, instead put it in your hand. So the AntiMagic, I don't know if it actually mentions it in the rule book or not, but I believe from reading about it is, let's see if it mentions this in here. I don't think it did. So what AntiMagic does is it's a special effect. It's for the Wild Magic cards. Because the Wild Magic cards normally like someone look at the top of your deck and play your card. So this basically, if they drew this card instead, it's going to punish them. Yeah, they don't have anything here that specifies that, but that's what it's for. So in the base games, you have wild magic cards you can buy, which say when you play them, you can either gain 2 power or you can play the top of your opponent's deck. So if they get your legendary card, they actually take damage instead, or you get this bonus. It's kind of a fun reverse effect. We have the Shield of the Spider Ass. 3 power and defense. Discard this to avoid an attack. If an player attacks you, may destroy this to put the attack card in your hand. The Monkey Paw Nunchucks. Plus 2 power attack, deal 2d6 damage to foes on your left and right. If you roll doubles, play this again. The Annihilageddon Arena Souvenir Cup. Draw a card, foe takes double damage this turn. The Mind Flayer's Whip, plus 3 power attack, deal 2d6 to damage target foe. If you roll doubles, they discard their hand. Saint Salty Peter's Limp Rod, plus 2 power attack. Each foe gains a Limp Rod. If nobody avoided this and there are 3 or fewer Dead Wizard tokens remaining, pass each Limp Wand in the stack to the discard pile. Each Limp Wand in the stack to the discard pile of the foes. Oh boy. Dodge Truck Nuts. Roll 2d6. If you gain a card with less cost than the total you rolled, you may gain legends this way. If you roll doubles, you may put that card in your hand. Ball of the Wild Eye. Plus 1 power, you may destroy a card in your hand. You may gain a wild magic in your hand. This turn, foes play at the top card of their decks revealed. So cards like this one I really love. So this is Willie's Long Lost Ball. When you gain this, gain 1-eyed, 1-armed, 1-balled Willie legend from the original Annihilageddon ongoing. Whenever you would deal exactly 1 damage to a foe, deal 5 damage instead. So I love that this being an expansion, it's not only just referencing a card from a previous set, is if you have it, you actually get to play with it. So that's actually really fun. I wish games did more stuff like that. Defensive Suppository Nuke, draw a card. Defense, discard this to avoid an attack and draw a card. If you do, the next time you're attacked this turn, deal 2/6 damage to the attacker. If you're doubles, destroy that player's deck. Destroy their deck. That's crazy. Gory Guzzler's Gouger. Plus 2 power attack. Target foe reveals the top 2 cards of their deck and puts 1 into your hand. Then you may destroy up to 2 cards in your hand. Shoggoth Pop. Draw a card. Destroy the top 3 cards of the main deck. Plus 3 power for each Mayhem card destroyed. Carlotta's Familiar's Cauldron. When you gain this, destroy You try to immediately gain 2 random familiars from outside the game. So I don't remember who all 4 of those are, but those are actually, they're all 4 previous familiars, which is really cool. The Double Deagles, plus 2 power, attack, deal 5 damage to target foe, and then attack, deal 5 damage to target foe. The Eldritch Lance, plus 2 power, attack, choose a foe, and roll a 2d6. 2 to 8, deal 5 damage to that foe, and then 9 to 12, deal 20 damage to that foe. If you roll doubles, you may destroy up to 2 cards in your hand and your discard pile. We have the Wand of Jenny, plus 2 power, randomly pick an original Annihilageddon legend, resolve its group attack if you don't participate. If you picked Magnus Jenny Jellybean, pick 2 additional legends, reveal and resolve each legend and group attack 1 at a time. It's another callback card. Tomb of the Grim Reaper, ongoing. When you defeat a foe, you may destroy 1 of your Dead Wizard tokens. AntiMagic, if this would be played by a foe, put it in your hand instead. A Shitty Old Chest. When you gain this, play it immediately. Roll a d6, 2d6s, 2 to 5, nothing. 6 to 8, gain a legend. 9 to 12, gain 2 legends. Unless you roll doubles, destroy this. So if you roll doubles, you can play it again. Deck of Destiny, plus 2 power, heals 7 HP. In defense, discard this to avoid an attack and draw a card. Redirect the attack to a target foe. Not enough healing cards in this game. Shrink Ray Gun, plus 2 power, attack target foes, HP becomes 1. Death Wand of the Time Fetus, plus 2 power, attack, deal 1 damage to target player. If you defeat a player this way, you may give them one of your Dead Wizard tokens, they resolve it. Grim Reaper Brand Scythe, Grim Reaper improved, kills instantly. Plus 1 power, draw a card. Attack. Your weakest foe must sacrifice a gangster. If they can't, you defeat them. So this is interesting, because so far, this is the first card that specifies gangsters, which kind of lets you use most of these just in a regular game if you wanted to. Plumber Shrooms, draw a card, summon a gangster. Lucky Jackpot Helmet, roll 2d6s and gain that much HP. If you roll a 7, destroy one of the Dead Wizard tokens. If you roll doubles, gain a legend in your hand. Defense, you may discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, play this card immediately. Electric Nipple Clamps, plus 2 power, attack, deal 7 damage to target foe unless they avoid the attack. Each of their gangsters die. The Wealth Transfer System, draw a card, attack, each foe reveals their hand, deal 10 damage to each foe for each legend they revealed. Mind Control Device, plus 1 power, draw a card, choose any gangster and resolve its attack against a single player. And then finally we have Little Cat, Tiny Kitten of Kittenish Doom, plus 2 power, pick a random original Annihilageddon legend and play it. If you picked Much Darker Dark Lord, destroy this and put it on top of your deck. So yeah, only 3 cards that did callbacks. I'd love to have more stuff like that. It's kind of the same thing when I see a wizard, and then they, they add them into a later set, or they upgrade them to a playable wizard. I just love that kind of stuff. Alright, so here's some promo cards. So again, these, like with the foils, were listed as Kickstarter Exclusive. So I won't guarantee they're going to show up in all the decks. I mean, like the original Annihilageddon had promo cards listed, but they're just part of the set. These all might just be added in there. I'm not going to go buy a regular retail version to find out. But they all came in the box and they're listed in the instruction manual, so I'm not for sure. But that's why I'm just saving them for the end. So we have another game. We have the Little Golgos. On each of your turns, if you control plus 3 card types, summon a gangster. Treasure and legend are each separate card types. So if you have 2 of the legend treasures, you have one that can be a treasure and one that can be a legend. We have Little Golgo the Dragon. And these, of course, are all foiled as well. There's this little shitty chest there. There's a Shogoth Pop, the Shrink Ray. The nunchucks are in the back. The monkey paw nunchucks. Of course, there's a gauntlet and a goblet. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have all the bunch of the other stuff in there. Which makes sense. He's a hoarder. Deal 3 damage to target foe for each legend in your discard pile. Then we have Bling the Dwarf. There's a Lucky Helmet. There's the eye one. There's a sword that's not in this one. That must be one of the first one. There's also a scepter back there. I think some of them are from the original game. Attack, deal 3 damage to target foe. You pay 1 less to buy legends this turn. And then the last one, we have Bling the Dwarf. Which, of course, we have the cod piece there from, I think, the original game. And then we have the limp wand, or rod. Attack, deal 3 damage to target foe. Peek at the top 3 cards of the Legends stack, destroy 1, and return the others. So these guys have a little bit more powerful abilities, but there's only 3 of them. Versus the other sets all having like 4 or 5 guys. Alright, so in the last promo cards or characters, what we have is we have some new wizards. So we're going to get Typhoon from the original Epic Spell Wars set. He's on one of the original cards. Plus, you'll notice his Tornado is also the one on all the Mayhem cards. So if you look at one of the Mayhem, there's these twisters in the back. That's all him combining all of them. He has the Master of Mayhem. So he's summoning all them twisters and all the Mayhem cards. It's really fun. Yeah, so it's love that they brought back an original character. Saying he's going to get us familiar. He has the Mayhem Elemental. Plus 3 power. Defense. Discard just to avoid an attack and draw a card. If you avoided a Mayhem, each foe loses 1 HP for each other Mayhem in the destroyed pile. So there's that. That's cool. Then the other one we got, which has been referenced on several other cards, is Papa Boner, the Voodoo King. So there's the Boner Boys in the back. So that's actually kind of cool, because so he actually goes with one of the groups, so it'd be kind of neat if they had a leader or a wizard that went with all the other gangsters. You know, just doing like, we had like a merkin character or a rat character. That'd be kind of neat to have wizards that like kind of went with all of them. Plus he has the Viagra pill. Alright, then we have his familiar, which is our last card. The Biggie Black Constrictor. Plus 3 power. If this is in your discard pile when you would gain a dead wizard token, peek at another in your supply. You may gain that token instead. Defense. Discard just to avoid an attack and draw a card. If you do, redirect the effect to the attacker. So that's definitely cool. Alright, so that is what we had for Annihilageddon Gangbangers. Again, it was a Kickstarter exclusive set. Some of those are promos. I think they just got added in there. But yeah, you can pick it up like if you have secondhand markets. A lot of stores back Kickstarter stuff, so you might be able to find it that way. Yeah, some extra new cards. Not a ton of stuff just to directly add right into a regular set, because it replaces a lot of stuff, but I'm sure after you play enough games, you can mix and match, make up your own rules, which is very epic to do. So there we go. That's what we guys have. See you guys in the next videos. Bye.